Good morning, student. Welcome in your English class. Today we are going to start and we will study the comprehension of unseen passages. Okay, as you can see, that is a factual passage. You have to read the passage very carefully and you have to give the answers after the reading of the passage. Okay, as the world population continue to rise, great pressure is being placed on arable land, water, energy, and biological resources to provide an adequate supply of food while maintaining the integrity of our ecosystem. It means that the population of the world is increasing so fast that our land, water, energy, and our biological system means plant and animal. The survival of these all things make it very difficult. Okay, there is a great pressure on our cultivate land, and you know very well the water becoming so less that we have to use the water. There is a lot of water in ocean, but the water which we have to use for cultivate the land or for drinking and other purposes is very less. Okay, salty water in the ocean there is a salty water and it is not useful for us. So the harmful effect of the population growing that it become very difficult to maintain the ecological balance. According to World Bank, the report of World Bank and United Nations, between 1 or 2 million human beings on the earth are malnourished. It means that as the population is growing so fast that most of the people are not able to get their food properly. Indicate a combination of insufficient food means most of the people remain hungry and they cannot get food which give them energy, nutrients, diet. These are all lack in their diet. Low income, and if the population is increasing so fast, that source of income will be decreased, and inadequate distribution of food. Okay, there are two harmful effects. In this line we are studying that there are two harmful effects of growing the population: low income and inadequate distribution of food. Okay, low supply of food. There are so many problems as we studied earlier that is a pressure on land, water, energy, and biological problem. Okay, this is the largest number of hungry humans even recorded in the history. Okay, even then earlier the food supply was not so good, but the population was not so high, so it can be in earlier time there can be easy to maintain the balance between the population and the food supply, but nowadays it become very difficult to maintain a balance between human in population or a food supply. Based on current reports, the world population is projected to be double from the roughly 6 billion to more than 12 billion is less than the 15 years. You can check the report that how much fastly the population is growing. Other international that reports from Food and Agriculture Organization FAO, the United Nations, numerous and other international organization and scientific research confirm the existence of serious food problem owing to the phenomenal growth of population. There is a report that many organization has sent the report that there will be if the population growing so fast, then in future there will be a less supply of food. For example, per capita means per person income, availability of food. Per capita means every person, every individual, availability of food grain, which make up to 80% of the world food, has been declined for the past 15 years. The food supply has been declined. Okay, you know that earlier time there were less agriculture land. There were no source of agriculture, no modern technologies were not introduced earlier. Now recently lot of modern equipments has been introduced for agriculture, but Now we are facing the problem of a shortage of food supply. Why? You can think why we are facing this type of problem. Because the population, the one reason behind this, growing population of the world. Okay, and the need for grain and all other food will be certainly reach unprecedented level, यानी कि किसी को फूड नहीं मिल पाएगा, ऐसा आने समय में हो सकता है. More than 90% of the world food supply comes from land, while less than 1% comes from the ocean and other aquatic habits. The continued production of educate comes from ocean and other sources. Now, food supply is directly dependent on ample fertile land. It means what things we need. Number 1, fertile land for the proper supply of food. Number 1, fertile land. Number 2, fresh water. Number 3, energy. And along with the maintenance of biodiversity, means maintenance, there should be maintenance between animal kingdom and plant kingdom. Bio means 2, okay, animal kingdom and plant kingdom. And ecosystem 3 means animal kingdom, plant kingdom and human being also. That 3 things include in ecosystem. And biosystem mean biodiversity, animal and plant. As the human population grow, the requirement for these resources is also growing. As the population is growing and there is a requirement of food and other resources, we are consuming lot. Even in these resources don't get depleted as per capita basis, they will be decline, because the must be divided among more people. Okay, our natural resources, we are using our natural resources a lot, and we are also discriminate the natural resources also. We are using the natural resources too much to fulfill our demands, that the day will come that the natural resources completely finish from our surrounding. At present, fertile cropland is getting lost. You know that as the population is growing, more industries are sitting and urban areas also increasing. We have to require a lot land for other things also, like factories, industries, housing, and for other purpose also. So it's bad impact on the cultivate land. As the population is growing, the cultivate land is becoming less. For instance, means for example, nearly 1/3 of the world cropland, 1/3 of the cropland has been abandoned during the past 40 years because erosion has made it unproductive. Okay, erosion made the land unproductive. It means fertile land becoming very less. Okay, solve the problem of erosion is difficult. Okay, erosion, to save the land from erosion means to be eroded, it is very difficult because it takes 1500, it takes too much time, that 25 mm of soil under cultivate land agriculture conditions. Eroded agriculture land is now being replaced by the, as I have told, that marginal lands and forest land also. The pressing need of the agriculture land account for 60% to 80% of the world deforestation. Now we are cutting the forest so recklessly that it also led to the soil erosion, as you study in the SST. Despite such as land replacement techniques per capita, world cropland has been declined, and now only 0.27 hectare per capita in China, and only that is the ratio. In China, 0.08 hectare is available at present. This is only 15% of 0.5 hectare per capita. It means the land per capita means the land which every person can share is very less. Okay, and considered that you can study that how the ratio of the cultivate land is declined, and this is not happening in India only, this is happening in the other world in the other country also. In China you can study that how the per capita land cultivate land is decreasing so fast, because in China the population is growing very fastly. Okay, cropland means cultivate land considered minimal for the diet as diverse as the United States and Europe. The shortage of the productive cropland combined with the decreasing land productivity and partially the causes of the current flood short. Okay, flood also responsible for the soil erosion and associated human malnourishment. Other factors such as the political unrest, economic insecurity and unequal food distribution. So, growing population, what are the harmful results of the growing population? That such as political unrest means if in one state there is no stability of any political party and there is a controversy among two or more than two parties, that is called political unrest. Okay, economic insecurity, as you know that there is a no these days, you can see that live example is there, that there is no economic instability. Okay, that jobs are losing, many people have lost their job, and so we can say that our economic condition is decline very fast. Not our means not only ours, okay, me and you not only, it means all, that we can give the example that all people. Okay, in these days we are facing the problem economic shortage, money, there is a less money available, unequal food distribution. Okay, food is not properly supplied, pattern also contribute to the food shortage. Okay, the major problem we are facing that food shortage, political unrest and economic insecurity. These main problem we are facing these days. So on the basis of your reading you have to give the answer that are given below. What are the consequences of growing population in the world? Okay, what are the consequences of growing population in the world? As I have told that insufficient food, low income and inadequate distribution of food. These are the three problems. Okay. Next question, how much population is expected to rise in less than 15 years? How much population? Very easy, from 6 billion to more than 12 billion. Okay, 12 billion. Now come to the third question, what happened in near future? क्या हो सकता है near future में? Near future, the need for grain and other food will greatly increase in near future. Mention 3 factors on which depend food supply. Food supply किन factors के ऊपर depend करती है? Educate fertile land, fresh water and energy. Okay, very easy question. Why has much of the world cropland been abandoned? Much of the cropland has been abandoned due to soil erosion. What makes the problem of soil erosion difficult? Okay, it is so that it takes 1500 years to be formed 25 mm of soil agriculture conditions. It takes to revive 500 years. So it is a too much long time. That's why that soil erosion, to solve the problem of soil erosion is very difficult. Now next question. Now 2 questions you have to more prepare yourself. This is your homework, and from each passage you have to find a word and you have to also find a difficult word and you have to find a synonym of that word. This is your homework. 3 questions you have to prepare more, and from each passage you have to search a difficult word and give the synonym of that word which you will find. Okay, this is your homework, and read the passage very nicely. Thank you. Have a nice day.